Today my adventure brings me to Brunswick County, North Carolina. We are in the small seaside community known as Calabash. Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. There we go. I got some light now. I was a little dark out there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I am in the town of Calabash today, and Calabash is obviously known for their Calabash style seafood. It's what kind of put them on the map, gave them their claim to fame. A lot of seafood restaurants here in this little town. That is what they're known for, and that is what they hang their hat on, that is for sure. And that's what we're going to be diving into today. We're going to be kind of just perusing around town, looking at some of these the storefronts, if you will. And they got some shopping here, and we're going to kind of duck and dive out of them to see what they have to offer. They have a little Christmas shop here. And before this vlog ends, I'm going to make my way down to one of the restaurants here in the area that has a very interesting dessert. And that's the main reason I'm here, because I have a little bit of a sweet tooth and I like trying interesting items. And there is a place here that serves up a fried slice of pound cake. Kid you not. Fried slice of pound cake served with some vanilla ice cream on the side. Sounds interesting. We're going to get into that. All that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let's get started. All right, I'm standing here on the corner of Riverview Drive and Beach Drive, and right across the street we have Calabash Sweets and Ice Cream. But this place right here really caught my attention. Look at this signage right here. Look at that. Milk and honey. What an interesting spot. Breakfast bar and more. And this is a pretty popular little location. There's a lot of traffic buzzing in and out of this place. But this place looks like a really cool brunch location. They have a lot of breakfast items and things like that, and lunch. This is brunch, so really cool little spot. If you've ever tried this place out before, definitely put in the comment section down below. Love to hear from you, and need to know, do I need to come back and try this place out? I'm not here to eat this type of food today, but in the future, should I return and try some milk and honey? And this area that I'm in right now is called P Landing Mercantile. This is where they have some little general stores, things like that. Right here is the P Landing Mercantile. Got some merchandise. They got gourmet foods and candies in there. And as you see, there's quite a few of these little general stores kind of spread out down through here. And the one down here on the end is, dare I say, probably the most popular one that I read about. It's called Callahan's Nautical Gifts here in Calabash. And they also got a Christmas shop right around the corner. We're going to go dive in there and check that out too. So first of all, let's stop inside of P Landing and see what they have in here real quick. So first thing I tell you right away, they have a nice little patriotic section of clothing and some hats, things like that. Got some tumblers down there. Check out all these little birdhouses and stuff they have in here. It's very cool. The Flamingo Paradise. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I did talk to the woman up front, and she let me know that all these stores are actually interconnected. So you can come in here, go all the way down through Callahan's, all the way down to the Christmas store. So it's all one big shopping experience. And let me tell you, there is a lot here to see. I mean, just look at this place. Is this not crazy? Look at all this shopping in here, all these trinkets. I kind of like the frogs right here. You know, I've always been a big fan of Kermit the Frog. And this is so cute. Oh, I like that one right there a lot too, because it says Happy Spring, Welcome. Look at this stuff. This is awesome. And right here is Callahan's Homemade Fudge. They got some sugar-free fudge in here. Right there it is, $19.95 per pound. Here's some of your flavors. You got a sugar-free vanilla pecan. Looking really good. Hey, how you doing? Here's the sugar-free mint swirl. Just looking to see what you guys got in here. I was looking at your sugar-free stuff. Maybe when I get over here on this side. All right, thank you so much. Look at this old school candies that they have right here. I wonder if they got any of those candy cigarettes. Oh, looky there. There they are. Look at that. Yes, that's right, kids. We used to, back in the day, this was a little bit more common back in the 80s to have the candy cigarettes. But some of these old school, like old general store type places, you can find these still around to this very day. So right here we have some fudges. They got some chocolate vanilla swirl. Look at this stuff. There's a mint chocolate chip. I like mint chocolate chip ice cream from time to time. Don't know if I would like the fudge. Right there we got some chocolate pecan. There's a salted caramel, maple walnut. Looks really good. But look at that one right there. They got chocolate caramel, chocolate sea salt, and then red velvet. A big fan of red velvet cake, by the way. Chocolate peanut butter, coconut custard. And then we got our basics down here, the chocolate and the vanilla fudge. All right, so we just left out of the fudge area, which was absolutely awesome. Oh, check his shirt out. Good old boys outdoors, premium quality, pretty epic. I used to know a friend of mine, a buddy of mine I used to work with. He looked about like this Bigfoot right here. That looks a lot like him, which is kind of funny because joke's on me. I actually have a friend of mine who probably would say that's me, sitting in a beach chair. That's me. Fat bottomed gulls. You make the flocking world go round. I kid you not. Look at that. It actually says Sunset Beach on it, which is very fitting because Sunset Beach is a neighboring community that's not very far from here at all. And so is Ocean Isle Beach also. That's why you see those shirts in here at this location. Hello there, Captain Stuving. How Gopher and Doc. Good gracious. It's Captain Morgan. I just feel more confident just standing next to this guy. I like this. Beach, the only place where salt lowers your blood pressure. Totally agree. And just like that, we're leaving the regular shopping of beachy stuff. And now we're headed into Christmas time. Look at that. Saint Nick Knacks. I love it. Hello there, Mickey. My little buddy, I will see you in just about another week or so, 2 weeks tops. Be hanging out a little bit, but man, look at all this stuff. Look at that deer up there. Man, that is quite colorful. Holy smokes. Wow. Look at this stuff in here. You got Santa Claus, letters to Santa right there. That is unbelievable. Look at this Easter bunny. Look at the feet on this dude. That is crazy. Oh, this is a cool little area. We have Santa's sleigh up here. We have North Pole. That is pretty cool. And these pictures are really awesome because they're illuminated. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there are a lot of sparkling going on. A lot of light movement on these pictures. If you ever wondered what would happen if Santa Claus did not have his reindeer and sleigh, how he would get to the kid's house, that right there might give you a few ideas of how it might be possible. All right, so now we're walking into a different area. Now, I knew this was a Christmas type of a shop, but now we have made our way into Halloween stuff. Look at that. How crazy is this place? This place is awesome. They have a lot of different items here. It doesn't matter what your fancy is. Man, check out these pirates down here. I thought that was kind of like a, a dead version of Jack Sparrow when I first seen it. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm just kind of wandering around. It's kind of like sensory overload. Oh, I like that. Boo. See it spelled out right there? Boo. That is awesome. It's got like a ghost right here on this side of it. This is cool. Okay, so we're leaving the one Christmas area that was kind of mainly like red colors. And now this room, instead of red, it seems like most of the stuff is highlighted with pink overlays. I love how they got their rooms kind of color coordinated here in this shop. Oh, this is really cool right here. Look at this little town they have back here in the back of the store. All these little items. Look, some of them even move. That little water wheel of candy actually moves. You know, when you're a kid growing up, you just dream of having a room with all this stuff in it that you could play with. Look at that. It looks kind of like the Haunted Mansion. That is. That's it. That's Walt Disney World's Haunted Mansion right there. That is so awesome. That's so cool. You know you've been to Disney World one time too many where you can just recognize it. Oh, that's kind of creepy. I like that. It's pretty awesome. And this right here looks like the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. And as you can see right there is the Headless Horseman out front welcoming you. A lot of good stuff here. Look at this. I love all the lights dancing around. All right, so I just exited out of Callahan's, and all this stuff is connected. Everything I just went through, I did not have to go outside. I started at P Landing and just worked my way through the t-shirt shop, Callahan. It's all in there together. St. Knickknacks is the last thing we looked at. Halloween and Easter shops. I thought it was just a Christmas shop, but it is mainly, but they do have the Halloween stuff and things like that in there. Now I've made my way across the street to this little location. This is called Beck's, the old original Calabash restaurant, started in 1940. So is this really where it all started? And for whatever reason, there's another place here that I remember years ago called Ella's, which I think is down this way, and if I'm not mistaken, it might have burned down about a year ago. So I definitely go by there and confirm that while I'm here. And I'm actually here in April of 2025, so just to give you a little timestamp reference. But this here is Beck's, and I know this has been around since 1940 because it says so on the sign. But supposedly this was the original, and I like that old school like arrow that they have as a part of their sign up there. I think that looks really cool. And I moved my way down the street just a little bit further. This here is called the Boundary House Restaurant, and I think it's really cool because right here next to me is an old telephone booth like you would find over in the United Kingdom, which I think is pretty awesome. It's actually right here next to the St. Nick's Christmas shop. All right, now I've made my way down River Road a piece right beside Callahan's. We was up the street here a bit, but this right here is Ella's. And Ella's is actually located right across the street from Calabash Seafood Hut and the old now abandoned Calabash Motel. And this here is kind of what the signage looked like right there. They still have the sign and the old red shrimp setting out here at Ella's Calabash Seafood, opened in 1950. But unfortunately, as you can see, it is gone. It did burn down roughly a year ago. They have removed what was left of the carcass of the Ella's restaurant, which is kind of sad, but I think there is some good news. I think they are in the process of rebuilding, or they are going to rebuild. I don't know if it's going to be here or not, but I would imagine so, because they did leave their sign. So I think that's a we're going to say that as a positive today. Even though Ella's is gone, it does supposed to be rebuilt in the future. Now I made my way down River Road just a little bit further. This here is called the Bagel Dot Cafe, and they actually have a sandwich in there that's called the Godfather that come up on that screen a few minutes ago that looked absolutely amazing. And I actually walked inside and took a quick look around, but I actually went inside because I had a question about this pizza location right here. I didn't know the sign is here. I didn't know if the pizza location was a part of the Dockside Bagel, cafe. I wasn't sure, but they said no. The Tony's Pizza that was here, they said it was really good. And it even says it right there. It's Tony's Pizza, established 1981. We're famous because we're good. Hot subs, pasta, and more. But unfortunately, this right here was their parking area for their store. And just like Ella's, I kid you not, Tony's Pizza has also burned to a crisp. No longer here. And the nice lady on the inside actually told me that she heard that Tony's Pizza actually moved elsewhere after their establishment burned. She did assure me that the Ella's and Tony's were not, during the same time period. It wasn't anything like that. There was two different instances where each one burned up in totally different time periods. So that's good to hear. At least it wasn't nothing super out there. All right, We're going to make our way on down River Road a little bit further. I got a few more restaurants to look at, and the one restaurant we're going to today that we are going to try their famous grilled pound cake and ice cream dessert. And who knows, we might get a little something else. It is Calabash. Maybe we get us something fried, some kind of shrimp, something like that. We might try something else. All right, and right here is the end of River Road. It kind of spills down in this parking area. As you can see, right across the way there is Angus Steakhouse and Seafood, that restaurant right across the way. And then right here we have a place called Oyster Rock. And then right here is Captain Nance's Calabash Seafood, right here on the waterfront. Really nice little spot right here. Anytime you got waterfront dining, I'm always going to be a big fan of it. But our location we're headed to today to get our grilled pound cake is right around the corner right here, and I'll show you where that's located. And look, we got another spot down here. This is called Dockside, right over here. This is cool down here. They got all kinds of stuff. And even right here we have us a little seafood market right here in this area. Okay, so this is our location, and check out all this cool stuff out here. Look at this old boat. I love the decor. Just gives you that old fishing community kind of vibe. Really awesome. Welcome to the Waterfront Seafood Shack. And how this works is you actually go over here to the left side where the building up here, it's got this little signage. It says order inside. You actually go over here. This is where you put your order in for your food, and then you pick up your order right here in this shack on this side. So let's go ahead and go inside and order our food and dive into it. All right, this is what we're dealing with here. We have our shrimp sandwich. I have never had a shrimp sandwich before. I am a big fan of shrimp, but never like in a sandwich version. So this is what we have. This is our French fries. Let's go ahead and dig in because we got dessert coming next, and that's that fried or grilled pound cake. All right, so here is my cut in half fresh shrimp sandwich. I think I'm gonna try the shrimp by itself first. Very good. So me and my wife was just discussing our first ever shrimp sandwich, and I totally agree with her. I think the shrimp is, number one, delicious, perfectly breaded, just the right flavors of everything you want in the shrimp. But I think the bread and everything kind of takes away a little bit. And I just assume just to eat the shrimp. I don't think I need any bread or anything to go with my shrimp. But I know this is kind of a popular thing. I've always wanted to try it. There's some other restaurants that I'm going to later this year. And one of their famous things is burger joints. But they're actually famous for their shrimp burger, their shrimp sandwich like this. So I just wanted to give it a round run. And now I have something to kind of compare it to when I get to those locations. But the shrimp is really delicious. All right, it has arrived, and this is the grilled pound cake. I thought it was fried, but it's not. It's grilled. But you can see where they have grilled it up, crisped it up a little bit, and then they serve it with this delicious looking vanilla ice cream. Yeah, this is going to be pretty good. I can't wait to try this. So I'm going to give a little spoonful of the pound cake first. Give this a try without the ice cream. Now, since I have verified the cake is awesome, now we're going to do the combo. This is the way it's meant to be eaten. Cake and ice cream together. That is pretty darn good. I like it. All right, my friends, I got a feeling that is going to pretty much do it for me today here in Calabash. Food was really good. Really enjoyed the popcorn shrimp. I don't think the popcorn shrimp sandwich was really my thing. Just trying to be honest with you. I know some of you might really like it a lot, but for me, I was a fan of just the popcorn shrimp. And then The grilled pound cake and ice cream was definitely a winner moment for me. I would definitely get that again. And I do want to let you know, when you go inside to order your grilled pound cake, at least today I was here, they had several different pound cakes to choose from. They had like a peach, they had the butter pound cake, which was a little bit more of a classic style of what I like. They had that in there. I think they even had a coconut, and they had an apple pie also. But I was here for the pound cake. I want to try the grilled pound cake today. That's what I was here for, and that's what I did. So that will pretty much do it for me today. Thank you so much for beautiful Calabash, North Carolina. Had a great day out. We'll definitely be back. Had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed the vlog today. Until next time, friends, I am the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe, and I hope to see you all again very soon, because this has been quite a fun day today. Really awesome time. Great weather.